Good morning, y'all. So we are out here. We're actually supposed to be getting ready really quickly because we're having a family Christmas deal today. But that's how it always goes. We're always prepared for the unexpected, I guess you could say. And so we've been watching Big Daddy closely for a few days because, as you know, Shorttail got sick. He's in with her, and sure enough, today's the day we have somewhere to go that he would not come up and eat. Emily wound up going down. He was at the pond and getting him and making him come up, still won't eat. So we've put him in the barn where we had Shorttail, and we're out here. He's not going to be near as easy to medicate. He's not aggressive at all, never has been, but he's not like our old boar who would just roll over like a puppy and you could pet him. He's a little more standoffish. So and plus Ben has tried to medicate him twice already this morning, in the back and in the front shoulder, and it's just bouncing off of him. Like, his skin is very tough, so that's not going to work. So we're out here. We've got a little makeshift sheep pen out in the pig pen. I'm fixing to open it up, let Ben get in there, because we've got a little calf chute. Several of y'all recommended using a chute. We're going to give it a go. We've tried it before, and pigs are really stubborn to work, so we'll see how this goes. We're listening to you guys all the time. Here comes Ben. We tried the milk thing, that worked good, and now we're going to try the chute, so we'll see how this turns out. So Ben is over there. That's actually our scrap metal pile that we moved out here to get out of the driveway. We got the calf chute sitting out here, so see if we can get backed out of here and keep these sheep in here. All right, we got it out. Gonna set it up.
All right, one thing you want on big pigs like this, especially him, he's got cutters. You want something in between you and him. We definitely don't want to get bit by him.
Okay, he's looking for a way out, so we gonna hurry. Y'all have some of the best ideas. Do they not, Ben?
Yeah, we are super thankful for y'all's ideas. This thing worked awesome. I was trying to figure out what to do with it, but I know now it is our official pig chute for now.
So what we've been using to medicate the pigs is a 5-day antibiotic, which is awesome because that means we don't really even have to do this, not even one more time probably. We caught this really early because we've been watching him, and so he should be good to go. We won't have to put him through this again, and then that'll get him over this, and then it'll be out of his system pretty quickly. We have not medicated anyone that is going for meat anytime soon. And we told you before, our theory here at VW Family Farm is no preventative antibiotics. But if they are definitely in need, we will give it to them. But nobody's been medicated that's going to be meat anytime in the near future. And hopefully this is the end of this. He was the last one we've been watching really closely. So hopefully this is over. The other ones that we had to medicate, Big Mama and Shorttail, it's mainly been our breeders. Now, we did have a little outbreak in the ones we brought in from another farm, but it's mainly been our big sows and boar. And they're doing great. Big Mama and Shorttail are pretty much fine now. I don't know if on that video you heard Shorttail cough a couple times. That's normal. That's going to continue for a while. Just like if you'd had pneumonia, you're going to cough for a bit, even though you're better. She's eating and drinking great. So hopefully this is the end of this. One quick last thing. We had a ton of comments asking if this could be COVID. To be honest, I can't say one way or the other. This is just classic pneumonia symptoms for pigs. This happens when the weather changes. It happens if one gets it, it'll spread amongst your herd of pigs. So this is not something uncommon. excuse me, this is not something uncommon where we're like, oh, this is something new. No, this is pretty common, but to say 100% one way or the other, I can't, so I'm not sure. Well, here we are. It has been a few days, and we'll show you how Big Daddy's doing. How you doing, buddy? Huh? How are you doing? You're up. That's good. You ready for breakfast? Shorttail's feeling totally good. She's ready for breakfast. So you can see I moistened her feed again. Y'all been leaving us lots of good suggestions. This is kind of like soaking their feed, except I didn't soak it overnight. I'd like to get to that point, but for now I'm just getting it wet because they seem to like it, and it keeps down the dust. So I'm gonna climb over in here, try to walk him up, see if he's gonna eat today. He's pretty calm, pretty gentle, or else I wouldn't recommend getting in with a boar when you're by yourself. All right, buddy, come on. Hey, other way, other way. He ain't going if he don't want to. We've told you before he cannot hear, and we have proven that time and again. He is 100% deaf. So you can see Big Daddy is still not doing that great. You could see him, he got up, he got a drink out of that mud hole. And just a disclaimer there, they have a big, nice, clear looking pond to drink out of. They have water available in ice chests and buckets and things to drink out of if they so choose. But they are still pigs, and they will still choose to drink out of a tiny little muddy hole. But I was encouraged just to see him drinking at all. So he got up, milled around a bit. He still looks a little unsteady, and went and laid back down. So I do feel like he is improving, but he's definitely not 100% yet. So we're just going to keep an eye on him and just keep trying to take care of him, encourage him to eat and drink. In there where he's laying down, he actually has moist food and water and everything right in there. So I went ahead and left the gate open to allow him to come and go as he pleases. We basically keep it shut because the sheep can get in there and jump out and be just out. So but the sheep are behind an electric netting right now, so they can come and go at will. And somebody else wants their breakfast. They're looking in the barn right here and right here. Aren't you cute? Aren't you so cute, number 80? So these are our weaning calves. There's 40 of them out here. I'm just giving them literally a bite to eat. They're not getting very much when you spread it amongst 40 of them. But when you wean calves off their mom, they have to pretty much learn to eat without mom. And so we've tried it several different ways with grass-fed and grass-finished. And what we found works best is to feed them a little bit for just a few weeks at the very beginning to get their rumen going and to get them learning to eat without mom being there feeding them and mom doing the work. So they mainly eat grass and hay. We will only feed them, like I said, for a few weeks, and then they will be fully on hay, and then this spring they will be on rotational grazing on grass. and then we will finish them on grass as well. They won't get put up at the end of their life and fed out in a feedlot style like grain finished usually does. So they will be finished completely on grass. This is awesome to me to see all these calves. They're big and healthy. We've actually had people drive by and comment on, where'd you get those calves? Those are good looking and all that. So that makes us feel super proud of our hard work and just so thankful how the Lord has blessed us to get all this going and as we kick it all off the ground in 2021. All right, before we go any further, I gotta introduce y'all to someone. This is a very special little kitty. For one, we've never had a barn cat with a collar. I mean, that's pretty big deal, pretty permanent here. So, but she's got a pretty cool story, and she's so sweet, so sweet. So, here's the deal. Y'all know our mama cat, which I love to pieces. She's got a blue eye and a green eye. We've showed her to y'all a million times. She is my cat. I love that cat. Cats sometimes don't last a real long time around here because of living by the road and just all kinds of things. They just disappear. But she has been around here for a long time. But probably a month or more ago, she just started disappearing for days on end. And come to find out, she was visiting our neighbors and taking her 2 kittens with her. And I was pretty sad because I love the mama cat. I love the kittens too, but I did not want to lose my mama cat. Our cat, we had just about decided was gone until, okay, so let me back up a little bit. So the cat was disappearing. The cat, kittens, everything. We had one cat left who was very afraid of us. We never were able to pet it and all that. And then one night our neighbor sent a message and said, do you have a cat with 2 different colored eyes and 2 kittens? And she named all our cats. And I said, yes, and just laughed to myself like, okay, there's all our cats. Come to find out, they had it pretty good. They were eating here and then they were going next door and eating again, and they were getting canned cat food and scraps and all kinds of stuff. And so I went and picked them up multiple times. So it was becoming pretty apparent that we had lost our cats. They had moved away. And then a few weeks later, Lane is going to put out hay. He's over at the farm road and he calls and says there is a kitten over there, and it was hiding up in the brush. It came out and it was friendly from the get-go. She just came up to Lane. I told him not to touch her, that she could, who knows, have what. Animals around here sometimes carry rabies and different things like that. So I didn't want him picking her up, but she was not to be deterred. She came up and rubbed all over him on his legs and everything, to the point that he just decided, I can't leave her over here. And she was hungry. She looked like she had maybe fell out from under a car. She was beat up. She had just sores and stuff on her face and things, like she had road rash. So the funny thing is, Lane didn't actually call his dad to ask about bringing this cat home. He called me because he knows that I'm a sucker for baby animals, and he knew that Ben would most likely say no. So he just took it upon himself and brought her home. She was friendly from the get-go, and she has quickly made her place on this farm. He named her Sissy. She's got a collar. She's been in the house. She's been, she stays pretty good in the barn, actually, for us holding her as much as we do. She is literally the friendliest kitten I've ever seen. Aren't you, Sissy? You're so sweet. And to finish the story, I've even heard Ben a few times when he doesn't think we're listening, and he told her the other day, he said, you sure are sweet. You're growing on me. And I thought, yep, Sissy's found her forever home. So that's the story of Sissy. Oh, yeah. Funny thing is though, after we got Sissy, because we'd about decided that all our other cats had just moved out on us, they all moved back. Everyone came back except for one kitten. So I'm not sure if she stayed at the neighbors. I need to check in with them at some point, or if something happened to her. It was a bit of a dangerous trek that they were taking from our house to theirs. They had to cross a road. So we tried everything. I locked the cats up for days, but you just can't lock up wild cats, barn cats. They've got to be out here doing their job, and that's what they know. So they were miserable, I was miserable. That just wasn't going to work long term. So that's the story of how Sissy came to live at VW Family Farm. And I just want to close with this. A couple weeks ago, I was out milking one morning. I was milking Miracle, and I just took some pictures of her, and I decided later to put them on Facebook. And I got quite a few messages about that. I put a post up about the fact that I got to be part of saving Miracle. It wasn't all me. Of course, the Lord was involved, other people, but I got to be a small part of it. And then after that, she was wild and sassy before she went down. If you don't know Miracle the cow story, I encourage you to check out. She's got her whole playlist of her story. But she still retained a little of that sassiness afterwards. And a few times, Ben has even said, he said, I see it in her eyes. That wild streak is still there, and you can. She'll show out every once in a while. But she never does that to me. She's really sweet to me and obedient to what I can even talk to her. I can call her by name and tell her it's her turn to come in the milk stall, and she'll do it. And her and I just have this bond. And what I shared on Facebook was there's nothing special about me. She just picked me. And I spent time with her, and we built a bond, and so I'm her person. And that means the world to me. It's so strong and so powerful when someone picks you, even flaws and all. And because I'm not by any means perfect or worthy to be chosen, but for some reason she chose me. And now this little kitten has done the same thing to Lane. She chose him. She came out that morning when he was over there, and she was persistent. She was not going to be left over there, and she chose him. And so I just encourage you, choose somebody. You can make such a difference just by choosing them. And when you choose somebody, you have to choose them, flaws and all. And you have to be willing to stick it out, because there's mornings I'm grumpy out there milking Miracle. I don't want to be out there, or I'm just not very good company, or I might, if she doesn't do what I want, I might raise my voice, or just whatever. And the same thing with Lane and the kitten. There's times that he's probably not fed her on time or taking care of her as much as he should or whatever, but they still choose us. And so I encourage you, choose somebody for the good and the bad, and be there for them. I think that's one thing we've lost in society is kids just go from one friend to the other, one boyfriend, girlfriend to the other, and adults do it too, not just kids. We just go from one thing to the other, and the art of sticking it out and just choosing someone and saying, you know what, no, that's my family, and they're not perfect, but they're mine. Or that's my friend or my husband or my wife, and I'm sticking it out with them because I choose them. And so I just encourage you, choose somebody. There's so much power in choosing somebody, and there's so much power in being the one that is chosen. And so and I can't leave you without saying that I hope that you know that there is a God in heaven, and He chose you. If no one else in this whole life ever chooses you the way you deserve to be chosen, He did. And He gave His most precious gift that can ever be given for you, His child. And I just hope that you remember that this Christmas season, that you are loved, and no matter your circumstances, no matter what people do or have done to you, you are loved. And I hope that you just accept that, no strings attached, that you just accept that gift this season. And it's not an exclusive club that you're cut out of, and like all these people are think they're so much better than you. It's not like that. If people have made you feel that way, people are wrong, because that's not how it is. God's love is free for all. No stipulations on, but not this group, or not if you've done this or that. No, all. And so I just encourage you, remember that this season. And we are going to go live tomorrow morning, Friday, Christmas Day. We have received so much feedback of people that are going to be alone this Christmas, or that have lost loved ones, or can't get together with their loved ones for whatever reason. And so we're going to go live for a little while and fix breakfast and chat with you guys and just hang out. And so we're looking forward to it. Join us. I'm not sure exactly even what time it'll be. So set your notifications to know, so it'll alert you when we do. It's going to be breakfast time. So we're going to get up and have a little family time and open our gifts, and then we are going to go live and cook breakfast and just chat and hang out together. So we hope you'll join us. We love and appreciate y'all so very much. Please subscribe if you haven't. Share our channel if you feel so inclined, and we will see you guys in the morning. God bless.